All right. Good morning, everybody. We'll wait a few minutes here to find out who's awake, who's up, who's interested. It is January 28th. So this is sort of the end of the month live cast. I'm trying to do one at the beginning of a month, one at the middle of the month, and then one at the end of the month, something like that. About 3 a month. So let's go up here to comments. Make sure you guys can see and hear me. Hey, good morning to you. So we're not going to be on real long today. It's 7:30. I'm going to wrap it up by 9 o'clock. And because May and I got things to do, places to go, videos to make. All right. So we got some people joining us with us today. Good. Good morning, Jim. How you doing, boss? Good morning, John. What's up, Billy? Right on. Thank you, China Dave. I was just talking about you yesterday. Hey, Michael. Clark, welcome on. Ed Jolly. You have the happiest last name, Jolly. What's going on there in Texas, Wally? Everything cool? Paulie Walnuts. You got to love it. I was thinking about him the other day, too. I was thinking about his hair. Paulie Walnuts. You should have loved Paulie Walnuts. What a great show. The chicken. Well, I can't put the chicken up here. Chicken's got nowhere to roost. I only put him on my couch for now. But Gaylord's doing fine. A lot of people ask me, new subscribers ask me, what's going on with that chicken? We're going to do a tour video today. How do you like them apples? We were going to do one yesterday. And, we can only go out in the morning. That's why we're going to cut this off at 9 o'clock, because that's when the lighting is best. And so we were planning on doing this whole tour thing yesterday. We're going to take you on a ride to Sabulin, show you the airport, show you Phil Health, show you some restaurants as we drive along. I want to show you the madness of the traffic. We're going to go by the public market, and then we're going to take it down to about the end where there's a big church. And I think it should be about a 15, 20-minute ride in real time. And I'll be able to point out some places that you guys would want to know about, I think, if you came out here. As far as coming out here, I'm getting a lot more optimistic about it as far as it opening up. I don't want to go into detail because I don't have anything. I don't have anything I can confirm or back up. It's speculation on my part. I've been wrong about that many times before. But anyway, we are doing a tour video today, and I'm going to really enjoy it. And then what happened yesterday, why I didn't do it, was my best friend GT called me, and that was at about 8:30 or something like that in the morning. I don't know. And I thought we talked for about 25 minutes. And when I got done with the phone call, he told me his ear was getting numb. When we wrapped up the phone call, I looked and we had talked for 2 hours, 20 minutes, and 28 seconds. And he's been my best friend for 30 years. And so we just kind of picked up where we left off last time. And we hadn't talked for a month or two. And so by the time I finished that phone call, it was just flat out too late to leave because of the sun and the weather and the heat, and the lighting just won't work in the afternoon. So we shined it on and we stayed home. And now we're ready to rock and roll. Good morning, Tom. China Dave. It was an awesome talk. In fact, I've got to give him a shout out on a video that I'm going to do about our conversation. And he is one of these guys. He's one of these mentor type guys to me all my life. I've got a number of them. I've been blessed that way. I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but you're thinking of a thought or maybe a conversation, or you're trying to express yourself and you can't come up with the words for it, of how to, box them. and have continuity and make sense. And he gave me 3 words yesterday that absolutely positively encapsulated what I needed to hear so I could make a talking head video. And it's the second time he's done this. I've had this conversation with him, and just through conversation back and forth, we're discussing a topic, and he loads my lips, if you will. He puts the words in my mouth that I've been looking for. And so shout out to GT. Hello, Paulie. Everybody called me Paulie when I lived in Vegas. They all thought I was from New York. -22. Yeah, Gary was telling me yesterday it was -3 in Ohio. I told him to go out and mow the lawn. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You can never have it be in a bad mood. You know who's got the worst name is Joy Behar and Whoopi Goldberg. You know, those are 2 of the angriest women I've ever known. And you got one named Joy, and the other one's name is Whoopi. So it just doesn't fit. Let's see, getting into Portland, your next trip to you, I will get you a steak at the ringside. Okay. You may not want to return to the Philippines. I might debate that with you, Ed, but I'll let that porterhouse sounds good. Still stuck here. Not sure if I will ever get back. You'll get back, Richard. Richard's my old neighbor. Does a lot of charity work with animals out here. Very, very generous man. Very nice man. Very good man. And I was meaning to talk to you about something. I know I never did make it over to the dog place or the animal shelter. I couldn't find it, to be honest with you, but that's another topic. Let's see here. Hey, Paul, I love the videos. I've just started my plan. Probably going to end up in Dumageddon. Okay, or Peng Lao would like to use, would you use Charles Schwab? Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't give advice except that. Set up a Charles Schwab account. You're a very cool dude. I don't know about that. Watched your channel for years. I live vicariously through you. Thanks, buddy. Well, Phil, thanks so much for the loyalty, man. Thanks to all the new subscribers that have come on this last 2 months, actually. And thanks a lot for the guys that have been with me for a long time. It's really, really warms my heart. It's nice. Hey, Paul, I'm wondering if you see the truckers in Canada heading to see Trudeau. Will not leave until all. I have not seen that, my friend. But I'm not a believer in mandates. Take that or leave it. But I'm not an anti-vaxxer or a pro-vaxxer, but I am an anti-mandate guy. Where's Baby Mae the Daredevil? She'll be making an appearance here in a minute. She's jicky-jacking around out front doing something, who knows what. The scooter lessons have been put on hold. I've had a lot of guys ask how she's doing. I want to say 2 things because I got a repetitive question a lot. Number 1, Baby Mae knows how to ride a bicycle. Number 1. And a lot of guys with their comments, which were helpful, were saying you should teach her to ride a bicycle first, which is good common sense. However, she already knew. And then when I got on the bike with her, she really mellowed out and did a lot better. However, recently we're going to have her checked up. We've got an appointment, I think, the 1st of next week to get an ultrasound. She's having a problem with her side. It could be something with her ovaries. So she doesn't want to risk another tumble and when she rides on my scooter, half the time she rides side saddle because she's trying to kind of hold off on this side thing. So she's got some kind of issue we need to address. And, the riding of the scooter is kind of like anything else I attack. I look at it as a marathon, not a sprint. So it's not imperative that Baby Mae needs to learn to ride that scooter this week. I would love to have her up and running by now, and we'd be able to show the success. But her and her sisters were crying, laughing yesterday because I took them all out to lunch, and they had not seen the video of her crashing, and they were just crying, laughing at her, and her at herself. That's the endearing thing about May is she has no problem laughing at herself. Let's see, if you did get to the USA with Baby Mae, go to Crater Lake. You will not be the same. All right. I don't know about getting May over there. That's easier said than done. Sound is awesome. Good. Let's see. Hello, Paul. Is there anything in your town for rent? Need a 2-bedroom house for around 400 USD for my. Yeah, there are. In fact, another thing that seems to be very popular is when we do little rental tours. And I don't want to be redundant and keep doing the same thing over and over again. However, I just had a conversation with my neighbor who's moving up the road, and he found a studio. But there are plenty of 2-bedroom places for rent, man, around 400 a month. So I don't know if you want a house. You want a house. Houses are a little tougher than apartments, of course, but they're there. They're available. And the funny thing is that so many of them just are not advertised. Like my friend found a place today, and it had no sign in front of it. It was just word of mouth. That's how we found this place, word of mouth. There was no sign in front. Anyway, so yeah, there's lots of places to rent because a lot of guys have bailed out of here. Hello, Paul. We are expecting 26 inches of snow on Saturday in Boston. When can I visit the Philippines? I hopefully sooner than later. I need to get back to the States, as I've said 1,000 times. I've got things to do, people to see, and all that kind of happy stuff. So I am not saying this is going to happen, but I've been hearing rumblings about April 1st. But maybe it's just an April Fool's joke. I don't know. When is Dean going to make his glorious return? I'm expecting fireworks in Gluttony. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm going to call Dean next week. It was suggested on a previous live stream, and I thought this was just freaking brilliant, is we're going to bring Dean in on Valentine's Day. If that isn't appropriate, I do not know what is, and I'm so looking forward to it. I'm not necessarily looking forward to seeing Dean, but I am looking forward to the comments because you guys have proven to be the most witty audience that a guy could hope for. And I get just tremendous joy and pleasure from you guys and your comments that are just off the hook funny. I love starting my day off with humor. Every day when I sit out front and do my thing with my coffee, I try to watch, dry bar humor or something like that, just to kind of start the day off right. Good morning, Penny Jones. Any relation to Penny Lane? Hi, Paul. Your video the other day, you mentioned Mae just started needing to get a passport, then visa. How can she travel with you when you're ready for the U.S. other paperwork? She will not be going to America with me the next month or 2 or 3 or 4 or whatever it turns out to be when I go. Number one, when I get there, I need to bust a move. I need to and as much as I'd love to take Mae to America, and I hope eventually we will do that. But there's a big process with getting Filipinas into the States. It's not simple. And I won't get into it in depth here. But when I go, I need to bust a move. I need to just get there, go see my people that I need to see. I need to take care of some business, and having her along would be, trust me, it takes 20 minutes just to get her out the front door. So I can only imagine trying to, it wouldn't be the sightseeing trip that I'd want to take her on. So, but I told her getting a passport and a driver's license is her responsibility. I've been holding her hand too much on that stuff. Sunny and 64 in Vegas. That's good to know. Elsa, how are you? Thank you very much, John and Elsa. Thanks for joining in. Hi from down under. Let's see, Freedom Convo. Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Good. I'm all for it. Thanks for sharing your experience. It's given a valuable insight. Thank you very much, Peter. Hey, from Dallas, Texas. What's going on? My friend was just in Texas, and that was another story. Hydrate and hit the thumbs up. That's right. Thank you for reminding me. The only thing we ever ask for on these live streams is a like. Why? I don't know. It just became a tradition. And we also are very safety orientated here and health conscious. So we want to make sure that when you do make the major effort to touch the like button, that you hydrate, rest, and of course, as you know, bend at the knees. Paul, when doing a talking head video, do you make an outline or bullet points, or is it totally shooting from the good hip? Yeah, my one good hip, totally off the hip, completely. There's no possible way I could do, say, what the Filipina P does. And when I interviewed her over a year ago, she explained to me that she writes out every single word that she's going to, it's scripted, which is her prerogative. I mean, I applaud her for it. And she researches everything to the nth degree, which again, and she uses, I think she uses cards or something. But anyway, that's her style. That's where her comfort zone is. And that's what she does. And like I said, I applaud her for it because she puts out awesome content. Well researched, it flows. It's funny. She's got all kinds of different costumes and jazz like that. And her and I are just 180 degrees different as to how we approach this whole thing. And I think they both work to some level. Me, I could never, ever read off of a script. I have occasionally written down little notes when I'm doing a budget video because I tend to forget stuff. I tend to forget to mention, like the last time, even though I made notes on my last budget video, I forgot to mention my immigration fees. And so that was brought up. So, no, there is absolutely positively no way. I love doing stream of consciousness and improv, if you will. It's going good, man. How's things in California? Hi. My wife is Joy and my blood type is B positive. that is positive stuff right there. That's right. Good to see you again. Yeah, we're going to try to do it twice, maybe 3 times a month. I don't want to do overkill. I know there's guys that stream every day. There's guys stream every other day. And that's great. Rock on. It's just not my style. I like to talk to you guys. I like to get feedback, input. I like to say hello. I like to catch up. I like to thank you. And then we just kind of call it a day. Glad you kept it cool during and after the storm. Yeah, the typhoon was, it was a weird 48 hours, I got to tell you. It was really just sort of surreal, really. And we were just so blessed at how we did not get any kind of major damage here. And 2 miles north of us in Bais, they really got slammed, and Cebu took it hard. And I know a number of guys that went up there and helped out, which was awesome. But the only thing we had was 12 days with no electricity. And I just said, let's roll with it. I should come to Guam? What's there? Can you elaborate on that? Hello, Linda, my favorite hospital worker, who I once called a nurse who isn't a nurse. Good choice on getting her checked first. Yeah, safety first. Oh, and speaking of safety first, I was just going with the flow, and I was listening to Jennifer because she's a local, and we went out to this track where everybody practices. And I got to agree, the shittiest place we could have picked was a gravel road. I got her knee pads and gloves. And she's going to wear her old helmet because the new helmet that she got when we bought her the bike is too big. Another guy pointed that out, that it's the wrong size. So I think that maybe that helmet will fit me. I don't know. I need a good safety helmet because I just got a little skull cap. But yeah, we want to just take it slow, take it easy at her pace, let her do it her way. And I'm never a guy to jam anything down anybody's throat as far as that goes. Let's say hello. Let's see how many see in Cebu City. Let's have a coffee. James, you're in Cebu. If you come out here, I'll be more than happy to buy you a coffee. I don't see myself being in Cebu anytime near future. Good evening, Paul from Ireland. God bless you. How's the lockdown situation in the Philippines? Things starting to ease up a bit. Well, we're at what's known as a level 3. So yesterday it was the day before yesterday. I took May and 3 of her 3 sisters, out to lunch. And it was just something I've been wanting to do for a long time. We went to a place called Min Foon and Japanese food. And I try to take these young ladies to places that they wouldn't normally go to or would be intimidated by or couldn't afford or whatever. And I'm trying to think which one brought what. But we had a little kid with us, a little 3-year-old. Trying to remember. It was Georgia Lynn's son. He's 3 years old. And so we had no problem. We went into Min Foon and had lunch, and the kid was there, and he's really well behaved. And then I took them to a place called Ground Zero, which is a new coffee shop, kind of whiz-bang, upper crusty kind of place. And they wouldn't let us in because of the kid. So that's the thing. Hypothetically, they're supposed to not let us in anywhere without seeing our vaccine cards. And May and I have been vaxxed, and we got them laminated with our pictures and all that good stuff. But no one's asked so far. How is your old friend Jason? Did the short province girl marry her boyfriend? We got 2-for-1 question there. My old friend Jason is going back to the States, last I heard. He's going to try to obtain some better medical treatment since his stroke. And then he's going to try to bring his family out. And I think his sister is trying to help him on that situation. And Short Province Girl and Sean are not married to my knowledge. I chat infrequently to Sean. But every now and then we just say, hi, how's it going? From what I understand, they're living in Cebu. They signed a lease, and I guess they're still there in the apartment. I did talk to him after the storm. I did touch base to see if he was okay, and he said they had a generator going. But as far as getting married, I don't think so. I think they're still engaged. Yeah, I did not start without you. You're late. You're on Filipino time up there in Canada, pal. Smash the like button, but don't hurt your thumb, okay, or finger, or whatever you're going to use. Hello from New Zealand. Looking forward to getting back there. We have a place in Pampanga. Good on you. Yeah, I had fun with Bud and Mark. That was at Latino restaurant, which I highly recommend. If you come out here, check out Latino restaurant. And today we're going to do a drive-in video. And I'm going to try to point out a couple of other restaurants that passed the sniff test. Yeah, I know. It's brilliant. I'd like to claim that idea, and it wasn't mine. It was one of you guys. I'm sorry, I don't remember who did it, but the Dean's name always comes up on every live stream. And people either love Dean or hate him. And even the people that hate him can't help but watch. It's like a train wreck. So I gotta call him. What is today? The 28th. Yeah. So we're pushing the end of the month there, and Valentine's Day is 14th of February. So a couple of weeks, kids. Hide the kids. Take your volume. If you have what do they call them? What are those dogs called that people a therapy dog? If you have your therapy dog, make sure he or she's with you. And God bless you, Glenn. We appreciate that. Oh no, not DC. I bet you a nickel you watch it. Perfect is right. Can you not think of a better day to have Dean on? And that is going to be a day where I don't care how long it takes. If it takes 5 hours, it takes 5 hours. I I am going to answer. I'm gonna display every comment. Usually and probably today I'll miss some comments because here I go talking too much. But the comments are the best part of the whole thing. That's like Santa on Christmas Eve. See? Yeah. Yeah. Genius. I'm on a tourist visa. See, I agree with Aida. It was great. Well, thank you very much. Not that many people watched it. It was they scale my they what do you call it? They rate my videos from 1 to 10, and I'm always happy if I get a 5 or above, on the views, because I look at views as to how well it did, and it came in at a solid 10 and stayed there. And I've had videos that have come in at an 8 and gone up to a 3 just because of time cycles and whatever else. I don't know what it's the algorithm. I don't know how it works. Hello from Spring Hill. It feels like it's 40, but it's as low as 48. Wish I was where you are. I wish you were too, George. When was the last time Baby Mae ever ice checked? Might be a factor in her driving skills. No, it's not her eyes, buddy. I got her eyes checked a long time ago when she was having migraines. And so we got her glasses. Man, I freaking lost myself. Where the hell? Oh, where was I? God dang. Oh, there I am. Okay. I almost swore. I love your channel. Thank you very much, Blake. Appreciate you. I have to search for my hazmat suit to watch Dean. That's right. See, already the comments are starting. We haven't even gotten there yet. Hello, Fred. Good morning to you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Let's see. I'd like to see what the Prime Minister of Britain did on suspending all mask mandates. He did. I didn't know that. And vaccine mandates. So hopefully, I hope so. I hope they stop all this tyranny. I don't like to get political. That's not really political, though, is it? I mean, come on. Forcing people to do things. I think it's great that you have the option to get a vaccine. I think it's great to have the option to wear a mask. I think it's great that you can call in sick and stay home and say, I don't feel good, and possibly get paid for it. I think it's great. But telling people they have to do it, no. Hey, Paul, what's stopping you from buying a house or building a house? Well, lots of things. Number one, I guess would be budget. And number two is I like the idea of being fluid. I didn't land in cement when I got off the plane here. And baby and I want to travel inner island first a lot. Once things lighten up here and we get away from all these passes and forms, and you have to have a thing on your phone to get on a boat, and then maybe the boat can't, it's just a long story. But trust me, it's just the hassle factor of traveling right now is such a bitch that May and I want to travel around. So, which we haven't done. So while Dumaguete is great and Valencia is great and Appalong is awesome where we live, I still, for my own peace of mind, want to go here, go to this island, go to that island, check out some different areas. I don't know. Maybe we'll like those areas better than here. I doubt it, because kind of a unofficial survey that I've heard from other people is they've tried all these places, and at the end of the day, they've decided that the Dumaguete, Valencia area just has the most to offer. Most bang for the buck. Now, if I buy or build a house, it wouldn't be for me. It would be for May. And between you, me, and a fence post, don't tell May this. And I know my secret's good because it's going to be broadcast here on the internet. My actual goal is down the road is to do just that, is to, May's been saving up now for 3 years, I think, to buy herself a piece of property. and I want to participate in that. So building or buying a house would be for May, about May, and not anything with me. But it would be something that I know that when it's time for me to go up to the boneyard, she's got a place to live. That would just be peace of mind for me. Let's see, here's a piece of advice. Do not piss off immigration staff here in the Philippines. You got that right. On Valentine's Day, you need to go out for 2 cigarette smokes, and you will. Oh, please. I'm going to take a lot of cigarette breaks during that. I am. Dean is promoting a rotation week. I saw that. It comes with 3 girls. Only Dean. Where'd you go, Baby Mae? Where'd you go? I'm cleaning. Oh, cleaning. What's in the bag? Makeup. Oh, okay. Will you turn the fan on, honey? Thanks. Let's see. Hello, Paul, Baby Mae. Greetings from Wisconsin. Well, hi there, Letty. Let's see. Make sure I don't lose my place here. I'll be getting my annual bonus soon, so I'll have some funds to start another bidding war. That got out of control fast. That was so funny. Oh my God, that was funny. Who was it? You and Ed, right? The other Ed. Ed from Queens. Yeah. Ed from Queens went to Nicaragua. I haven't heard from him for a long time. Not sure Amazon can deliver my bio suit. Yeah, I know. Just make sure your therapy dogs are there with you. Hey, Paul, new member to your channel. Well, thanks for 2 months now. Question: when the Philippines opens up, would you recommend your location to move to? I would. I really would. I think it's a smart endeavor when you come over here to find a place to kind of set up a base camp. And then it all depends. What about part of my discussion with my friend Gary last night or yesterday was about money, and how much that dictates what you can and can't do. In a perfect world, we'd all be millionaires and we could just fly around, the world till we die. But since we're not in that position, we need to do what's within our budget. So I would recommend coming out to anywhere really that has a lot of ports and a lot of like Cebu. If you can find a cheap place in Cebu, or not a cheap place, depends on your budget, I suppose, and just kind of park your stuff. And then you could take a plane, a ferry, a bus, and you could come to Dumaguete, or you can go across to CDO and Bohol and Cayenne del Oro and Iloilo and Tagaytay. All these places you can just go visit and bounce around for a couple, 3 weeks and see how you like them. What is it? San Juan La Union is like a surf town that's really nice. And there's just a lot of places that you want to just see what fits you. I like it here because there's so much variety. You've got beaches, you've got mountains, you've got diving, there's restaurants, there's just a lot of positives to do. And it's, you know what? It's safe. I mean, we had this typhoon, right? And even though the typhoon hit our island, which is actually kind of rare, it's like a once every 25-year event. And some places did get damaged, by East in particular. But primarily it was up north, man. It was up in Luzon. From where you are, Singapore Airlines is the best way to go to LAX. Fly out of Cebu. No need to go to Manila. Flying out. Oh, cool. Thanks for that tip. I didn't even know about Singapore Airlines, to be honest with you. I was looking at Manila to LAX because it was a 12-hour flight. But if I can bug out of Cebu, definitely. Hey, do you guys know, just off the top of your noodle, do I need to be vaccinated to get into America? I know I can Google it. I sound like one of my subscribers asking me a knucklehead question that they could easily Google. But while I've got your undivided attention for a few minutes, if you guys know, because I don't really get the news here, I get NBC and that's about it. I've got the Sinovac, the Chinese vaccine, and people have told me that that's unacceptable. I would need something like the Moderna or the Johnson and Johnson. I don't know. So if you guys happen to know and you want to comment or email me or something, that'd be awesome. Freezing cold in Connecticut. No, I'm sorry. I heard there was a nasty cold front moving through. Boy, I've never lived in that kind of. I've always lived in California and Nevada. I've been a West Coast kid. Yeah, get her. Don't want to see your father. I'm not. But again, and you know what? I was talking to my friend Gary again. I'll go by that again. But he's going back to Thailand April 1. But he said they've changed the rules again, where you have to get a COVID test, which is fine, I guess. But after you've been there 5 days, you have to be retested. And it's all follow the money. They're charging you for the test. You have to go back to an approved government hotel, stay there for X amount of days. What worries me the most are these goofy tests because they've proven to be unreliable. And so May and I have each had COVID twice. I can't prove that with any medical data, but I can tell you by the symptoms that we've had COVID twice. And we self-treated here. We did the Joe Rogan treatment and it worked fine. I'm not saying don't go to the doctor. I'm not saying don't. I'm just telling you what I did and what we did. But what scares me is if I go someplace to say travel and they do a test and I do a false positive, which I'm hearing is coming up more and more and more, because if you just have a sore throat or a regular cold, it can show as positive. Then they might quarantine my fat ass. And that wouldn't be fun. So anyway, loving your work. How would you advise someone who can't decide whether to retire in Thailand or which is best? That's a great topic. I actually did a video a long time ago about Thailand or the Philippines, and I concluded the Philippines because of the language. But Thailand has got a lot more culture. Thailand has much better food, better infrastructure. It's more modern. I think it's more expensive these days, but I think in a perfect world, I would live in Thailand for 3 or 4 months with May out of the year and live here for 3 or 4 months out of the year in Dumaguete and then live somewhere else for 3 or 4 months out of the year. Just kind of break it all up in a perfect world. Thanks for the reminder, China Dave. How are you doing? There you go. Greetings from Austin, Texas. Well, hi there, Gerald. Thanks for coming out. Hi to you. I'm living in Houston, Texas. I started watching your videos. Thank you so much. Thanks for your efforts, helping me appreciate how everyday life is. Well, thank you, Charles. Every time I watch Paul, I get a craving for KFC. Hey, Paul, is there any concern about staying there after the potential outcome? No. Oh, you mean here, the elections here? Those are in May. So, no. Good time to leave here is May. April, May would be an awesome time to be out of here because the elections are it's just psycho with checkpoints and armed guards and bomb-sniffing dogs. And, it's just, and they got these trucks that come along with touting the candidates, and it's a mess. All right, there you go. We got a little love channel going on here. There's an idea for your Gaylord channel. Tell us the story what happened to Helen Hunt came to your dealership. Boy, the Gaylord channel sure did take a dump. The whole problem with Gaylord has been opportunity. I wanted to do it with other people, and it just hasn't worked out that way. So I've resigned myself to the fact that I'm going to just do it myself. And that is something that I will talk about. In fact, it's funny. This is weird. I was just thinking about a number of people that have been mentioned already, and I was thinking about her for some reason. I think it was because I was talking about car dealerships the other day. Hey, Paul, 12, 9, negative. Oof. -12. God bless all of you. Bad Panda Videos. Check that out. You're the man, Paul. Been listening to you for a long time. Thanks for all the great information. Well, thank you very much for that, Bad Panda. We appreciate you. Thank you, Peter. What do you guys like the best? Do you like the driving videos? Do you like the talking head videos? Do you like the house tour videos? Do you like when Baby Mae's on there with me? What do you like? Doesn't matter. I'm going to do what I want anyway, but I just thought I'd ask. Whatever became of the Gaylord channel. Yeah, the Gaylord channel is really something that I want to do right as opposed to this. And so far, it's just been, I don't know how to explain it. It's just the circumstances have not been right. I've actually done 2 or 3 Gaylord videos, and they were just brutally bad. The guys that I had with me, just it wasn't flowing, it wasn't working. It was the one thing that I miss about the car business the most are the knuckleheads I used to work with and their sense of humor and the way they could, just rattle on. And I have yet to meet anybody out here like that. All great guys, good friends, nothing wrong with them, but they just, we can't sync up, So I'm going to have to take a hard look at that. We were shooting from I did a whole Gaylord video from a hotel that May and I stayed in. And I told her from now on, we're just going to do Gaylord videos from the hotels, or if I ever get my stupid studio up and running, we'll do them from there. But there's a lot of topics that I want to get into and do. I just want to do it right, Paul, I haven't seen how May. She did not get to day 2, Bruce. We've put that on hold, not because of any reason other than the fact that May's having an issue internally, and we don't want to do anything that could, hopefully it's nothing. I think it's something with her ovaries. We have to I want to get a CAT scan on her or whatever scan they do, X-ray. And I want to make sure that we know what's going on. And so right now she's not comfortable. She sits side saddle now on my bike, and she says and it's real bumpy, and she's afraid of falling again. Even though when I drive with her, there's no way she's going to fall. But we're erring on the side of safety, if you will. And like I mentioned earlier, I did get her gloves and knee pads, and I'm finding a new nice grassy area for us to drive on someplace. I don't want concrete. I don't want rocks. I want grass. So that's what we'll be doing. All right. So China and Ida are yachting back and forth. Good. Dean went on Nicaragua's dating game show and left with all 3 contestants and a couple from the studio audience. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I live for when we do the Dean videos. I'm from Michigan. Well, hiya, Michigan. Hello from South Texas. Thank you very much. Hey, Paul, Philippines are about to open again in February, right? I have no clue. I'm here in April. So, but I don't know. Was Deneth. Hey to you, Rich in Vegas. How are you? You want to go back to Thailand. I'd love to go back to Thailand. I've got some friends over there. Would I go there to live? No. I like it here. Would I like to visit? Yeah. Good morning, Michael Smith. Was Dean there on Dude's Night? I don't know what that means. Hello from Calgary. Planning to visit next year. Oh, good for you. Right on. No, they're not. I don't know about motorcycles. Like if you're talking about Harleys and stuff like that, I imagine they're pretty pricey. But a scooter is relatively inexpensive. I bought my scooter 4.5 years ago for $1,600. And I think to duplicate that same bike today is about $2,100. And then Honda's got a really nice new bike out. And it's about $3,000 US. And it's really a nice bike. So if I was to get a new bike, that would be the one I would get. I know 2 guys that have gotten it so far, and they love it. Hello, ladies and germs from Davao Don. Hey, there you go. Howdy from Minnesota. Redneck Billy Bob. You got a video out, and I was going to watch it today and got interrupted. So I'm going to go back and see that, buddy. Woohoo, just got home. Good day from Las Vegas. Barely 60 today. How are you, Greg? Good. Got home. That's good. That's always a good place. Hello, sir. Is it true that when you come to the Philippines for 30 days or less, you don't need a visa? I am in USA, never traveled out of the country. Anything I need besides a passport? Okay, well, if you come here, you do get a visa on arrival. I'm thinking that might be changing, though. So I would refer you, as I always try to do before I give advice that I can't be clear on, is these days, go to the local or the current and official immigration site and research that exact question. You will need a round trip ticket or what's known as a throwaway ticket, which you can research also. But if you're just planning to come for a month or less, you're fine, especially if you have a round trip ticket, as far as I know. But they may be starting to require, I don't know this for a fact, I need to do some research of my own because I got to do it, of registering online before you get out here. I heard that was coming, but I don't know if it's enacted yet. Yeah, over 150 cc's are expensive. Yeah. So it hasn't changed? Okay. I heard that it might. So I didn't know with it being a new year if they had enacted that or not. Oh, well, welcome aboard, Redneck. Mass protest in Germany also. Good. I hope it's calm, but makes its point. Are you going to have a hanging party for Mark? Oh, come on. Be kind. Poor Mark. Yeah, 300K. You're talking about pesos. Yeah. Hi, the Philippines is a tropical country. How are the insects problems, issues with animals, example, snakes? I've never seen a snake since I've been out here. And I hear there's a ton of them. And my neighbor's got a snake up in his tree, which I don't care to go see. It's a viper of some kind. I'm lying to you. I have seen a couple of little snakes that have been run over in the road. I imagine there's snakes all over the place, but again, I've never encountered one. And I see people walking through, the underbrush all day long. I don't know, maybe one area. The insects are a real problem. Just to answer that question. I have a candle that I burn outside that is kind of a repellent. And then the best cure for an insect bite, by the way, is rubbing alcohol. Greetings from Toronto. I'm glad you're here. Hello from Albuquerque. Charles and Ida. We're having a little love connection there. Sweden's in the house. Why don't you two get a room? My real first name is Dean. Okay, Fred. Grumpy's shut down. Yeah, Grumpy's died the pandemic death, I'm afraid. I can help not watching Dean. Hide the candy. After I had COVID, my eyes water and burn often. That's interesting. Hey, Paul, I appreciate your videos and your outlook on life. I've also enjoyed the minimalist lifestyle. I'm looking forward to Philippines dropping all restrictions and opening their borders. Me too. You're echoing the sentiments of many, my friend. May, you going to come over and say hi? Maybe get Gaylord to interview Dean. His channel needs some love. Oh, speaking of the devil, it's Dean. Thank you, everyone, especially Paul, Rotation, myself. Can't wait to come on Valentine's Day special. Okay, well, message me or I'll message you, and we'll set up a time, and we'll set up a test little, what do you call it? You know, where I send you the link and everything here on StreamYard. Make sure it's working. And we're all looking forward to seeing you, Dean, on Valentine's Day.
You want coffee?
Yeah, I'll take coffee. Oh, who's this?
Hello,
it's
good
Betty
morning, everyone.
So we have to promote May's channel, by the way. She needs a commercial.
Yeah.
Because you and I sat down the other day and did a great video.
Yeah.
Right? Where you interviewed me?
Yeah.
And what happened?
No sound?
No sound.
Yeah.
What happened? We don't know.
I
And
think
it's
my
our
microphone.
You think it was the microphone?
Yeah.
I don't know, because we did the microphone test. And it's my new little whiz-bang microphones. In fact, we got backup ones. And so we did the sound test 2 or 3 times. Everything was fine, right?
Yeah.
And then we made the video.
No sound.
No sound. And it was an awesome video where she interviewed me about being in the car business.
Yeah. And then about your experience here in the Philippines.
And about my experience here in the Philippines. So she's been wanting to do that a lot. So today is going to be a working day for us.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We're going to go out. We're going to do the driving video.
Yeah.
And then we're going to redo that video.
Yeah.
And then what else are we doing? We got to do the thumbnail thing.
Yeah.
And so we're going to make this. I'm motivated to do YouTube today. I don't know about you guys, but are you motivated to do YouTube? You ready? You want to rock and roll today and do some YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. How did your sisters like the Japanese restaurant?
It's good.
It was good.
She's happy.
Yeah.
We're both happy.
All right. So the name of her channel is Today with Baby Mae.
Yeah.
I'll put a link in once this thing processes.
Yeah.
And it's 8:16. And fair warning, guys, I'm not going to get to all the comments. I never do. I apologize. And I always have, every time I do a live stream, I lose subscribers. I think people get pissed off if they don't get to their comments. So this is costing me subscribers right now. But that's okay. Subscribe to her channel. Today with Baby Mae. She's, you know what? In November, Baby Mae hit 10,000 subscribers. And then in November, you got COVID. You got the Delta. And you were in bed for 2 weeks. And we couldn't celebrate. And we had plans to go to a resort or a hotel.
Yeah.
And we were going to do this whole thing and celebrate and make a video. And instead, you were in bed for what, 2 weeks? Right?
Yeah.
2 weeks. Anyway. All right.
Yeah, you want coffee?
I do. Please. Thank you, baby.
Okay, thank you.
Never too late, my friend. Dave's asking, he's 73, too late for me to meet someone. Not at all. Hey, Paul, is there a lot of live music? And no, right now it's all shut down because of level 3. There are, let's see, there's the Octagon has live music. Down on the boulevard, there's live music. What's it called? The hell is it called? The Honeycomb. The Honeycomb has live music. Lantown, which is also known as the High High, they're kind of together. High High has live music, and that's on the boulevard. There's Big Billy's down on the beach. Sometimes they have like a little trio. It's a small little place. So there are venues out here that offer music. But so far, they had to stop because it's not allowed under the level 3. Do you know P? I met her once. She was on my channel once when she first got started. Yeah, Charles, get better soon, buddy. We do enjoy the ride-alongs. Cool, because we're doing one today. And we love doing them. They're so fun to do. I didn't realize how fun it would be. And they're kind of easy to do, but they're fun. I don't know how to explain it. It's just Let's see. Hey, Paul, maybe when you come down to California in Los Angeles, we can do coffee. Well, I'll tell you, China Dave has offered to pick me up at LAX when I get there. And I think he's going to loan me one of his cars to use. And then I'll be able to drive to Indian Wells / La Quinta / Palm Springs from LAX. And my sister emailed me the other day that she's got room in her place, and she's got a girlfriend that's got a casita in the backyard of her place. So lodging in California sounds like, and transportation sounds like it's in good shape. But yeah, if I'm in LA, or if you want to make the trip out to the La Quinta area or Palm Springs, I don't know where you're at, buddy, but I'd be more than willing to. I'd like to have a little get together, in fact, in the high desert. I think that would be cool. Because Palm Springs is a pretty accessible place to get to from damn near anywhere. And that's where I'll be. So what the hell? Why don't we all get together? Yeah, I know Dean's selling travel packages now. I can't wait to hear about it. That's where I'm going to go off and have a cigarette. I'm going to let Dean do his sales pitch. Yeah, that's right. You're never too old, Dave. You're as young as you feel, right? Hey, thanks, Bill. You do the same. Love your attitude. You're in a good mood and laughing all the time. That's what I want as well. Philippines, here I come. Love you guys. Thank you very much, Kenny. Good morning, Paul, from Cayenne del Oro. You do a great job. Well, thank you very much. I've always wanted to go to CDO, and I will. Just the friggin' thing opens up. Sounds like we'll have an adult Valentine's Day with Ding giving us the old dog's tips about how to get it done. It's going to be a rotation nation. You got that right. This is going to be this is not going to make the Disney Channel. Good morning, sir. How is the recovery doing from the typhoon? Yes, it's tyranny, and now they have the power. They don't want to give it up. How's your bike doing? A lot of questions. Bike's doing fine. Just got a new rear tire on it, and I got the brakes redone. And it just gets like it's like a Timex watch, that bike. It just keeps on ticking. Recovery from the typhoon here, it's like 100%. I mean, we've had 2 brownouts the last 2 days, but I'm pretty sure, and they've only lasted for 30 minutes. But I've been seeing guys, they're coming back over and redoing what they initially did with the wires and the internet and all that kind of stuff. They did an awesome job of getting people back on with electricity out here, and also with the internet. It was only 12 days that we went without, and we didn't die from it. It was just an inconvenience. However, they have been coming back. I've noticed them. They just kind of jerry-rigged everything in the beginning, which was all we wanted. We just wanted to get the power back on, because the biggest loss for us was some food went bad. We gave away most of it, but some of it still had to go. We buried it. Let's see, I have kind of a depressing question. What happens when expats die there? Do they get their bodies get shipped back home, or do they do cremations? Well, if you die here, that's however you set that up. So you can, I've known too many guys that have died. I know 5 or 6 or 7 at least. I know of one guy whose son came out and claimed the body and had it shipped back, I believe, to New Zealand. And they did that. But everybody else that I know that has passed away here has been buried or cremated here and had their funeral here, which is what I would want. So you're not traveling anywhere. You're as broke as Mark. Wait for his cruise ship. Jamaican Jones is a troll. Welcome aboard. See, I don't have moderators. So how broke am I, Jamaican Jones? And can you please back that up? Dean has a grizzly bear rug in his house. The bear isn't dead. It's just scared to move. Hey, from Australia. Nice. Hey, Paul, I teased Baby Mae on Facebook about discovering makeup. I hope that she saw the humor in this. Good on you, David, but I can guarantee you she didn't. She doesn't get my humor. I told her a joke yesterday, and she just looked at me. I got crickets. They do not understand sarcasm out here. I don't care who it is, how sophisticated they are. Sarcasm, which is my forte, just is on deaf ears. Crickets. Great, Sean G. Gary, I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. I'm guessing rooster feed. Is it me? Hi there from Western Mediterranean seashore. Wow. Gabriel, welcome on. No moss. Okay. We got a thumbs down. Paul, do you realize things are never going to go back to how they were? Do you know the world has been taken over by... No, I didn't know all that, Richard. Does the Philippines tax foreign income for retirees? Have you ever had to file? No, we have a reciprocal tax agreement. May is registered with what's called the BIR, and I have to do my taxes. So when I file my taxes, I pay American tax. I am not required to pay tax out here. We have a reciprocal agreement, which means that the Philippines won't tax me and America won't tax May. Let's see. Howdy from Minnesota. Yeesh. Redneck Billy Bob. I have never smoked, but I wanted to start so I can take breaks with you. Yeah. No, you don't have to smoke. Just have a coffee. Take a leak. How much for a shirt? Oh, well, now, John, that's rude. See, that kind of crosses the old proverbial line. Where are you? I don't like doing this, but I'm going to put you in a timeout, pal. That's just crossing the line. I don't use moderators because usually the trolls don't bother me. They usually come after me. May, will you answer that so I don't have to listen to it during the live stream? I don't know who's calling.
Okay.
Yeah, I think who was it? I just blocked them. I don't use moderators because the trolls come on. I don't get that many trolls to begin with. And when they do, I kind of like to jerk their chain a little bit. But that was out of line, talking about a guy's wife like that. You know, that's what happens when you get 13-year-olds on a live stream. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? Snowy, Ohio. Yeah, I was just talking to my friend in Ohio. He said it was 3 degrees or something like that. Valencia, the original in Spain, is a very nice place to live. Valencia in Venezuela, too, but Valencia in Negros Oriental Philippines is amazing. Yes, it is. I just discovered, because I did a title one time about Valencia in the title of a thumbnail, and I had no clue, but there's like 20 places named Valencia. So I had all these people clicking on it thinking it was in Spain or it was up at Magic Mountain in America, or there's a Valencia, I believe, south of Manila. So my bad. I got to put Negros Oriental next time. My rent is on my 900 square foot apartment went up today to $1,375 a month. Oof. We were talking about real estate prices yesterday, the day before yesterday, whenever it was, I had that conversation. I think that's going to change, but fishing's allowed here, sure. Yeah, I mean, it's okay to take a shot at me. I don't care. Or Mark, or we're big boys. You know, you can make fun of us and your little, high school, junior high humor is okay. But don't Don't disrespect some guy's wife. Come on. Short time, my ass. Customs cannot deny you entry into your own country. Oh, that was what I was curious about. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good to know. You know, that makes sense now that you said it. I said it out loud. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you very much. We're just catching up to my statement. See, this is how far behind I am. Let's see, you have to have a negative COVID test 24 hours before you come to the States. Okay. PCR test only. Okay, now I'm armed with information. You guys rock. Hello, Paul from Southern Thailand. Always good to hear your stories. Thank you, Jeffrey. I love it out there in Thailand. I wouldn't want to even take a test. Are you kidding me? I know it's a little scary, Ryan. If I come back with a false positive, now what? Because I know I don't have it. I've already had it twice, and I got a vaccination. I mean, how deep into this do we need to get, right? Let's see. We can have a bidding war where all funds, both pro and con for Dean, go to Baby Mae's building fund. I don't know about that. Am I still online here? You said I had 400 people watching. Now it says I got one. I hope the one guy watching is enjoying. You look great, Paul. Food, lifestyle change is suiting you well. Thank you very much. Yeah, I lost 30 pounds. Yeah, there's still no requirements for vaccination. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Hi, old dog. When I come to the Philippines, I am conflicted if I should sell my condo or rent it out. I can sell it for $200K or rent it out for $1,400. Not sure which would be the best thing to do is all. That would be a tough one for me to decide too. In a perfect world, I would have rented out my condo, but I was not allowed to due to the HOA would not allow it. Or I would have. I think today's market is super hot and inflated. So I would be leaning towards, if it was me, I'm not telling you what to do, bro. But if it was me, I would be leaning towards selling it while the market's so hot and so high. And if you're coming out here and you're going to be out here for 3 or 4 years, I do know very little things. But one thing I do know is what goes up must come down. And I think that happens with the stock market. I think when they raise interest rates, it's going to tighten up the market. It's going to buying, and I think the supply is going to become more available. And I think that the prices might not be so hot. So that's just from me to you, buddy. What actually? Oh, there it is. It's back up. We have 461 people with us right now. Thank you very much. I'm going to piss off 400 of them because I won't get to their comments. Definitely at least need a negative. Not sure if the jab is needed. Okay. Well, they're telling me I don't need the jab, but I do need a negative test, which I wonder if they're doing that at the southern border. Oh, well, let's not go there. Negative 15. God. Peter, thank you so much. Hey, Paul, my wife and I love to see you guys. Thank you so much. It's nice when couples watch. I'm sure you have to be quarantined. I don't know. Love you too. Don't know you, but I love you. I'm trying to guess that with your Sinovac together with a negative PCR test, you should be okay. I'm hoping so. I was hearing that my little Chinese vaccine wouldn't work, but that's the problem. I keep hearing one thing from one guy and another thing from another. Keep doing that treatment. Which treatment? No vaccine required, just antigen test. Okay, cool. They're big on the test these days, aren't they? Greetings from 8 negative. Going to get very cold, negative 23. What is that? Edmina, Minnesota. Wow. I can't even imagine it being that cold. Across the border to the U.S. from Tecate, Mexico, never needed to show back such a passport. Yeah. So I told May, I said, you know what we need to do is just ship your ass to the Rio Grande. You can go across on a burro. And then they give you a free plane ride to somewhere in America. Do I need a PCR to go to the Philippines? What else? Google it, bro. I don't know anymore. I'm going to guess you do within 24 hours. What else? I don't know. Mark King, rent it out. Don't sell. Okay, there's another opinion. Also, Sinovac is recognized by World Health Organization as an acceptable vaccination. Oh, cool. Good to know. Hi, Paul. Brooksie's here from Australia. Appreciate your channel and vlogs. Plan on traveling as soon as possible. Good on you, Brooksie. Come on out. Have you over for coffee. No worries here as you get a Rogan treatment in stock. All right. Gee, I did not know you changed your name to Old Dog. LOL. Starting in February, Thailand is restarting the Touch and Go program. When you arrive, you are tested. If in 24 hours you are negative, you can go. Okay. I was told that you had to be tested 5 days after that, too. But thank you, David. Let's see, you must be fully vaccinated with the primary series of an accepted COVID to travel into the United States by plane if you are a non-U.S. citizen, non-U.S. immigrant. Okay. Well, that lets me off the hook. My advice is better. Any more scooter videos? Are you talking about Baby Mae on the scooter? That's not going to be for a while. But we're going to do some writing today. In fact, we're going to leave in 25 minutes. So I'm going to wrap this up in like 15 minutes. And I know I got a ton of comments I'm not going to get to. I'm so sorry. There are no vaccine requirements. Okay, cool. Thank you very much, fellas. Boys and girls. Oof. I got so many comments here. Let me try to do some people that haven't already commented. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to read through these. I'm trying to find people that haven't commented yet. All right. So let's see. Mark Gomez, we've had you on. We don't care. We'll give you the views. Thank you very much. Oh, I thought that Dean from Nicaragua provided a certain excitement. He does. I personally like the apartment rental videos. Yeah, those are very popular. I want to do some more of those. I had a guy ask if I could do some high-end stuff, instead of the budget videos for guys like me. That's easier said than done because people that live in those type of places are usually pretty private individuals. Anyway. Have you met P? She is funny. Yeah, Dan. She was on my channel a year ago when she was launching her channel. So there's a video of her and I when she was promoting her channel when she first started YouTube. To go to the U.S., you'll need a negative PCR test and be vaccinated. Well, I'm vaccinated, so all I need now apparently is a test. One thing about Bikini's channel is I not see JG and it is all. Who's JG? I don't understand that. Sorry. Hey, Steele. BK is the man. I live across the border of the U.S. to Mexico and across a lot, and all I show is my passport. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? So hypothetically, sounds like I could get May into Mexico a lot easier than I could get her into the States. and then her and I could cross with just our passports. That's an interesting idea. At first, I was being tongue in cheek about putting her on a burro, but you know what I mean. That's interesting. Worst thing they could do is tell us no. I'm jumping through some comments, kids. I apologize, but I'm trying to get as many as I can. Let's see. Are you 36 months up on a tourist visa? My tourist visa was up in December. Had to, I don't know what SIMD means. No, it's not, because I've left the country twice. So what happens is this, real quick, is you're given a total of 3 years. But if you leave the country for 24 hours or more and then come back, guess what happens? The 3 years starts all over again. So I was here for about a year and I went to Bali. And then I came back and it started all over again. So I had 3 more years. And then I went to Vietnam a year after that and came back 2 years ago. This month I came back and it started all over again. So I'm in my second of my 3 years. So I've got 1 year left before I have to leave the country. And then, of course, if I leave in the middle of if I leave by April or May or June or July or whatever it is that I get out of here and I get back in, it'll start all over again once again. Hello from Vegas, planning to move to PI. Would you suggest selling everything here? Depends on if you're planning on living here permanently and you've got stuff that's quality, cutlery and clothes that fit you. I mean, if you're a big boy or a big girl, I can't tell by the name circulator which is which here. Like you can't find shoes here past the size 10. If you're a 34 waist and above, it's really agonizing to try to find shorts or pants. Extra large shirts here will fit you tight. So that's a tough question to answer. But if you have tools, if you have quality pots and pans, if you have again, like I can't emphasize enough, clothes, I would have a new computer, a couple of phones that you can buy out there. You know, there's a laundry list of what you absolutely can't live without. You paid a lot of money for it, and it's something you're going to use. I would ship it if you know for a fact that you're going to live here, because the appliances, the clothes, and the electronics that you buy out here are expensive and of poor quality. They're all Chinese made, not all, but you know, if you want to get something really Swiss made or German made, you're going to pay through the nose for it. So a computer out here is at least double what it is in the States. Phones, same thing. Let's see, what does this say? And Phil, if you can take care of the gal like a real man, old school, she will take care of you. Age is not a roadblock. I would agree with that. Let's see, Paul, what is the common voltage there? What's 220? What is the status on the watermelons you planted in the backyard? Any progress? Yes, we've made awesome progress. Each and every one of them died a terrible death. They are in the watermelon graveyard along with maize peanuts. Epic fail. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Let's see, what's this? A quest, living in the Philippines. My living in the Philippines is getting less and less. I'll let you guys interpret that. No need to badmouth somebody if you don't like them. Just don't watch. I agree, you know. At least he's honest. Hey, Paul, best way is to let her practice on a tricycle and get used to the hand control brakes and accelerator. It's a little easier said than done because I don't have a tricycle. But she did really good when I rode on the back with her. And she said that when I was talking to her, I was calming her down. I think she went down about 80% as far as being nervous with me on the back. And so that's going to be our mode of training her on the bike. We're going to find a nice big ass grassy place to drive. It'll be just me and her, and maybe one other person in case we need help. And all of her gloves and helmets, and knee pads, and long pants, and everything else. She'll be fine. And we're going to just work on the gas. And if that takes 3 lessons, it takes 3 lessons. If it takes 30 minutes, it takes 30 minutes. And then we'll do brake, and then we'll do gas and brake. And then we'll teach her to lean, not steer. And there's all these kind of things. And then when I can get her to, then I want to just stand next to her while she's driving it. Have 2 people there for that. You put a rope on it. I'm skipping some comments intentionally, guys, because I just want to get down the list. I apologize. Let's see. Hello, Paul. William from New Jersey. I want to meet you when I travel to the Philippines. Do you have email? Where can I send you a private email? Thank you. Okay. It should be in the description of a lot of my what do you call it? All my videos, but I'll say it real quickly, and then I'll put it in the description box when this is done, along with a link to Baby Mae's channel. It is PMCGILL, P McGill, lowercase, the number 5 at Gmail. And I'll put it in here when this thing's done. I have to wait for this thing to, what's it called? I call it circulate. It's got a process after I end the video. What is it? I can't remember, dude. I just saw one the other day, and I'm an old man, so you got to forgive me. Like ADV or something like that. But it's, if you just go on the Honda website, it'll show you. It's a 150, and it's got a windshield in the front. It's all electronic. It's $3,000 US. And the 3 guys now I know have one, and they love it. And I sat on one. I didn't drive it yet. My friend David wanted me to drive his, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it. But I sat on it, and it's a lot lighter than my bike is. Just immediately when I took it off the kickstand and stood up, it was just light. Was the first thing I noticed. And the tires are bigger. It's got better ground clearance. So when you're going over the rough roads and the dirt roads, that's better. Comes with a little U-box on the back. And like I said, the windshield. So when you have those long trips, you're not going to get as much driver fatigue. It's got remote start. Just a lot of nice little things on it. The New York Mets can use some help with the rotation. It's a fact. All right, so I'm going to buzz through these guys. I apologize. I really do. This happens to me too often. But when we have Dean on, my next live stream will be, what do you call it? Valentine's Day. Let's see. What's this say? There's plenty of live music. Just walk by any bar. Karaoke will drive you nuts. That's a fact. Let's see. Question for you, Mr. Paul. Your general thoughts on YouTube moderators. I used to use moderators. But I quit doing a number of things. I quit reviewing my comments. And I just realized today that there's comments that are like 3 or 4 or 5 days old on older videos where I did have them held for review. Now I've taken off the, what do you call it? I've taken off any restrictions. I just let all comments come on all videos. And it's just easier. I don't have to review them. I don't forget them. And so where I screwed up was I need to go back and just change all my videos to allow all comments, because it looks like I'm ignoring you, and I'm not. I just don't know they're there. And so I usually just review the comments on the last 2 videos that I've done and try to acknowledge them with a heart that I've read it and I like it and thank you. Or if someone has a question, I try to answer it. So moderators, again, I'll take all comers if it's just me. And if somebody is wanting to troll me, that's okay. Again, if they direct it towards me, that's okay. I take exception. I don't like to block people. I'm a believer in free speech, even if it's ugly. But when it gets to, there is a line where you go after the locals or you go after the women or kids, then no, you've crossed the line. Some guy did a video about me. Someone sent me the link to where he talks negatively about my children. And I thought, you're a douchebag. You know what, man? Come after me all you want, but to go after my children? Really? You're a special kind of shithead. You see, now I'm getting all started. Let's see. Bud and Mark gave predictions for the Philippines opening for tourists. How about you? Yeah, they weren't really giving predictions. They were giving best guess scenarios, and they're thinking about 6 months. I don't think Bud really gave it a lot of thought. Mark's thought about it a lot more because he gets that question more. I get it all the time, and we've been wrong every time. I'm probably wrong now about talking about April, because what happens is something happens. A variant like the Omicron or whatever it's called came popping up. Philippines was open December 1st and closed December 2nd. Hanging like that. They had said we're going to open December 1st, and they did. And then December 2nd they closed because Omicron or whatever happened. So they just keep changing their mind. Let's see, nice video a few days ago with Bud Brown. Yes, it was. We always have a good time talking with Bud. Why don't the Philippines, this is it. Why don't the Philippines get sarcasm? There's American English and there's Filipino English. And sarcasm, for some reason, just doesn't register. I can't explain it. I don't know. I think they take things literally is the best answer I can give you. They just have you say it, they take it literally. They don't see the story behind the story. No eye candy today. What do you call this? Huh? Let's see. Here's a good question. Are you allowed to work there as a foreigner? No. You cannot take a job, which I agree, from Filipino. You can work online, but you cannot go work at Jollibee behind the counter. Hi, Paul. There's someone we haven't heard from. Hi, Paul. Thanks for pointing out the good, the bad, and the ugly. I've been there twice. Any idea when they will open the country? Boy, if I knew that, I'd be a rich man. But I forgot to tell you, I failed fortune telling in high school. I'll admit that now. Paul, it seems like there is more than one of us. Same name. I didn't follow that one. You will see some hard home gardeners everywhere here. Paul, my fiance, are just loving your easygoing, live and let live attitude. Thank you. Great voice. We're mid-30s in Toronto, Canada. And man, we're just a little jealous with the happiness you found. Well, don't be jealous. Be happy for me, Christopher. I'm happy you two are together and your fiancés. You're in love. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Tony M. I'll give that to May for gas money. Paul, would like to meet you when I travel to the Philippines. Do you have an email where we can talk? Thank you. Yeah, I'll say it one more time. It's PMCGILL, all lowercase, the number 5 at gmail.com. I'll put it in the description of this video once it processes. And I am going to have to leave in 6 minutes. Hey, I like them apples. And I'm going to leave I'm going to get all kinds of unsubscribed on this. Watch. Because I'm not answering everybody's comment. Oh, well. See the price I pay? Let's see. Let's work from the bottom up. Please spell the name. I don't know how to spell it. It's Balak Buy-in Box. So BALAKI something. You're asking the wrong guy when it comes to spelling. Balak Buy-in. Just yell it at Google. You got that thing where you know that thing. The video you made with Bud and Mark would have been great if Mark wasn't there. I don't know about that. Mark is Mark. Mark's emotional. Mark's having a bad day. Mark, here we go. Look. There you go. BALIKBAYAN. You guys are rock stars. Here's, I am not subscribed, therefore I cannot unsubscribe if you fail to read my comment. That's what I should do. I should have a live for people that have never subscribed to the channel. That was awesome, David. Thank you for that. Oh my God. Let's hear. Can you do some more driver out? I'm doing one today, baby. Yep, we're doing one today. I'm not unsubbing. Okay. Well, I got to your comment. So anyway, kids, I'm going to wrap it up. It's 8:56. I made the mistake yesterday of staying on the phone for 2 hours and 20 minutes with my friend, and we completely lost our morning. And 9 o'clock, between 9 and 9:30 is when we have to hit the road in order for a lot of things to happen. So, Baby Mae, you want to come here and say goodbye real quick? What are you doing in there?
I prepare.
Oh, you're preparing to go? Okay.
Yeah, I
So
prepare.
she's preparing to go. And today with Baby Mae is
Yeah,
her
thank you.
channel. And we're going to do a driving video.
Yeah, I hold the camera.
She's going to hold the camera.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have the microphone on. I hope the microphone works.
Yeah.
We've got 2 of them, so we got backup.
Yeah.
But the worst thing is when we drive around and we find out that it didn't work. That's happened to us twice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But it's just a connection or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, kids, thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming along. God bless all of you. I will put my email and Baby Mae's channel's link in there. I would appreciate it if you'd check her out and give her a thumbs up. Please give this video a thumbs up and hydrate and bend at the knees when you do it, because remember, safety first. All right. We'll see you guys there.
Thank you so much.